Hello, today we're going to be comparing the Urban Decay Naked Heat and the UCanBe Molten Rock Heat. See if they're a dupe. Since my eye on this side doesn't take pigment very well, this is the side we're going to use the Urban Decay palette on because we want to give the UCanBe a fair shot. This is what the UCanBe looks like inside. It comes with a brush, similar to the Urban Decay brushes. So we're going to go ahead and show you that. I'm going to put the Urban Decay on top. The colors are similar. The tones look a little different. I will swatch a few of them. Okay, we are going to swatch Chaser from the Urban Decay palette. And there's no names on the UCanBe palette. This is the UCanBe one. That's what the similar to Chaser, and this is the Urban Decay one. All right, we're gonna take and use the same hand. So we're going to go Lumbre and No Name. This is the Urban Decay. This is the No Name. That's the Urban Decay one. They are very similar. They're both very creamy. So far, it looks like we could choose whichever one we want out of the palettes and it will be fine. Let me go ahead and get this dark shade here because it looks slightly different from the Urban Decay Ashes. This is Urban Decay Ashes. And this is the No Name. I just wanted to make sure this out of the UCanBe palette. Let me see if it can be built up to match better. It can. Okay. It did match similar, but I had more pigment from the Urban Decay palette get on my finger than the other one. And I do have my shade switcher because we will be using the same brushes, so I won't use the brushes that come in the palette. I mean, I could, but I don't think it gives it a fair shot. What if their brush isn't as good as the Urban Decay one? So, all right, now that we're done with the intro, we are going to use this Real Techniques, I believe it is. No, Eco Tools brush. We are going to dip into Chaser on the Urban Decay palette. And we're going to use that as the base shade. Okay. Base shades usually match your skin color, so don't worry about it. Now I shade switched and I went into the UCanBe palette. And we are just tapping that on there. Okay. They both look similar still. Let's go ahead and... Now, one thing I have noticed is the Urban Decay is a little bit more powdery. Let's maybe go in for a darker, and we're going to go in with Sauce, which is the next color down. Right here. We're going to see and use that as a transition shade maybe and see if we get more color payoff. Okay, we did get more color payoff. All right, now I'm going to shade switch, and then I'm going to show you that the brush is clean. And I'm going to go into the same shade on the UCanBe, tap off excess. And the UCanBe one came in a set with the altered palette that I did the other day. Seems like that one has a little bit more pigment for sure, so we're going to dip back into the Urban Decay one because technically it may not have more pigment. This eye just gives me a hard time. All right, there we go. Let's try to fluff it out with a clean brush. Because I want them to somewhat match. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're going to clean that brush right here in case we need it again. We're going to put it to the side. Now we're going to take the little brush I use for my crease and we're going to go into He Devil. Right here, this reddish one. Okay, this is where actually I might not be able to do that. Okay, He Devil. Okay. It has different tones, but it's still dark. It just, let me show you. This is He Devil in the other palette. It looks slightly different. There is a different tone match to it, but still basically the same. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use He Devil. All right, so let me tap into the Urban Decay one first. Tap some excess off. Start on the outer edge and work it through the crease like so. You want to start on the outer edge because where you put the brush down first is going to have the most pigment. Okay. Now the brush is getting cleaned on the shade switcher, and I'm going into UCanBe. Now that the brush is clean, believe it or not, that's cleaned. Okay, now we're going to tap off some of the excess, and we're going to start on the outer corner of this eye as well. And bring it through the crease. I'm trying to do it where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's dip back into that color and build it up. And I didn't put no shadow shields on because I want to see how much fallout is from each. Okay, now that we got that color built up on both eyes, let's see if they match. I'm gonna shade switch again. Gently dab into the Urban Decay one. Shade switch again. Dab into the UCanBe. And keep my eye open. Because I have hooded eyes, so I have to make sure to see what it looks like making my own crease. Okay, let's take a blending brush and just sort of fix those edges just a tad. Okay, it's a little fluffed out now. All right, let me clean that brush so that we have it. I'm gonna put it right there so I have it. Okay, now the color I want to go into was that one I swatched, Lumbre, right there. I like the shift it has to it. So we are going to take a flat brush. This is BH Cosmetics number 5. It's a flat brush, and I'm going to dip into Lumbre, or I'm probably saying that wrong, so please don't come for me. Okay. We are gonna tap that across there. All the way up and tuck it into the crease. And we're going halfway across. Now I'm going to shade switch and I'll show you. It's cleaned. Basically, I'm making sure it's all off there. Yeah. Okay, now we're going into the UCanBe palette, the same shade. Let's tap it just in case. I don't want it. We're going to pat that on there like we did on the other side. Halfway across. Okay, there we go, and that does look very similar. I'm shade switching again, and I'm going to go into Scorched right here. And I want to put that right there. Just on the edge, kind of deepen that a little bit. It looks like it's almost the same color. We're going to shade switch. We're going to go into that color on the UCanBe side. If I could get it to come off. Okay. We're just going to tap that right there to deepen that little spot up. Make it a little different. Okay. Now we're going to take a different brush. I'm going to use this as an e.l.f. blending eye brush. Nope, that's not the one I was looking for. We're going to use this one. It's a e.l.f. smudge brush. And we're going to go into and Fuego right there. It's like a pinkish color. We're gonna put that on the outer side. Oh, wrong one. I went into the Urban Decay palette first, so we're just putting that on the outer V. Almost messed up. Okay, we got that built up a little bit. I'll blend it in a minute. Now I shade switched, and I'm going into that same type of color on the UCanBe side. Okay. I'm just gonna... Ooh, doing this is always hard, because you want to fix both sides to be similar. Because this is going on the outer V. Alright, shade switch. Dip in. Okay, now we're going to take that e.l.f. blending brush that we had a minute ago. Right here. We are going to try to pull that across a little bit. And I'm just tapping on here. On the where the metallic meets the matte. I'm just tapping on it to blend them together. Ooh, glad I didn't do touch. Okay, now I'm pulling it across. I did clean it. And we're gonna tap over the where they meet so there's not such a harsh line. Alright. If I would have touched my face, I would have had a brown spot come across. Now we're going to take this blending brush and we're going to dip it into Chaser, the first original color. And we are going to blend those shadows just slightly. Shade switching, dipping into the UCanBe one. I'm going to soften that edge up right there just slightly. Alright, now we're going to go in with this brush again, and we're going to go back into En Fuego, the color that's on the outer edge. It's got a piece of fuzz on it. Hold on. Okay. And we are going to connect the outer edge to the bottom lash line. I'm going ahead and switching the colors, going into the UCanBe palette. Alright, now we're going to switch again. Build this up just a little. Alright, so we got that done. Now I'm going to take this brush. It's clean. There's no shadow on it from either one. And I'm just kind of blending and smoking out that shadow on both sides. What is on my lip? Oh, it's on the camera. Okay. Now I want to take the inner corner highlight brush and we're going to go into Ounce, which is the white shade on the Urban Decay palette. It's like a shimmer. It might be too much. We'll blend it in a minute. We're going to put it under the brow bone. Clean it. Now we're going into that same whitish shade on the other side. It doesn't have as much as a pop as the other one. Alright, now we're going to take this, I have no idea, e.l.f. crease brush. We're just going to kind of blend those inner corner highlights to where they match better. I still want it to show up. Hello. Okay. I need to try this crease brush. All right, now that is the eyes, I believe. Maybe we could build up a little bit more dimension. Take this brush. And I went into Sauced again. The second crease shade we used. To add a little bit more depth to the eye. All right. Brow gel, because I already did my brows. Anastasia brow gel, to be exact. All right, and we're gonna curl the lashes. Overall, looking at it, it's a pretty decent dupe. I would almost say exact. I have other palettes that I could check and see if they're dupes for it. But, I just dropped mascara on me. I don't even know if there's anything in here the way it's looking. This is the tardiest mascara. Okay, there is stuff on it. But one of them is a Bad Habit dupe, and I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know what's going on there. I've heard people say that they went out of business. But when you go to their website, they say they'll be back. They're rebranding. I'm guessing they are owned by the same people who own Hush. If I could find that Inferno palette by them on Amazon or something, I will compare the two. If it's still for sale somewhere. But I don't want to compare one that y'all can no longer get. So go ahead and ask in the description bar or in the comments, let me know if you want to see that dupe video in case they come back or whatever. The lip don't match, but let's go ahead and put a liner on. We're going to use this Buxom liner. And the foundation is a BB cream. Wear test. I don't know if it's going up first or if this is going up first. I like this lip liner because it makes my lips look thicker. You know what? Let's go ahead and go in with this e.l.f. Praline. I haven't used it in a while. And I'm about to declutter, so I want to see if I like it. I was going through some of my palettes last night and other stuff. And I know a big declutter's coming. And I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to sell, because most of the palettes I maybe swatched or used once. I don't know if I'm going to sell them on my Instagram or if I'm going to sell them on Poshmark. Let me know down below which is easier for you. But it will be sold through using PayPal for sure. All right, and this is the final look. Like I said, these look like dupes, and I will go ahead and do another look with the UCanBe one by itself and the Urban Decay one by itself, so we can use the brushes, because those the brushes need to stand alone on their own with the makeup. So I wanted to use the same brushes, but I will do a look if y'all want with the individual palettes with their brush, because not everybody has a set of brushes. So I hope you like this look. I love how it turned out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.